Going on, guys? It's May 21st, and 10 days ago I I passed my 50K funded, and 10 days later, making this video, I blew it, right? And I think I can safely say that this past week has been the worst I've been doing mentally and on the charts, if I'm being like genuinely completely honest. I think I don't think it gets talked about too in depth and as much as I feel like it should, about how fast things can turn on you, especially in trading, right? And obviously, this is not an excuse. Like, all the actions that I took and the things that I decided to do are on me. But like, trading is just one of those things where you can have, the greatest week ever, the greatest few days ever, and then the next day to be just as good or maybe even half decent isn't guaranteed. Because if you, at the end of the day, if you're not able to have complete control over yourself, I'm talking about complete, right? And I preach discipline, I preach consistency, I preach having control over your own mind and body. And if you're not able to have complete, though, 100%, even that 99%, right? 1% of a lack of self-control, of self-discipline is able to tear down 99% of discipline, right? That's just how what I think. Because yesterday, not even the action of just like, because this is how a quick rundown of how I kind of lost the account is I took a loss, right? I took a loss in the setup, completely fine. I saw the red PNL, and I just thought to myself, what I was able to make this back, and I'll get off for the day, right? And that's exactly what spiraled it down, right? That's just 1% of thinking terribly. That's just 1% of a lack of self-control. And that 1% tear down 99% of my progress, of discipline, of staying patient, of holding yourself accountable. Because I know what I'm not supposed to do. And 99% of me, I knows what I'm not supposed to do. But that one single percent, that one thought of me, okay, maybe I can make this loss back. That's exactly how I spiraled down into a loss and me eventually blowing my account. And I think that's the most disappointing part about it, is I preach discipline, is I preach self-control, I preach, having control over yourself, and I just felt super hypocritical. I felt super guilty, and I felt super disappointed in myself, that how am I going to preach all these things to you guys, and how am I going to maybe at times I made you guys feel a little bit a bit bad, because I'm kind of shitting on people who can't who can't control themselves. And then I'm there yesterday on my desk, not being able to control a single part of my body, was just super disappointing. I was honestly pissed at myself for not being able to do that. And so the least I can do today is be completely transparent and be completely honest with you guys, and hopefully help people who are, at least in this video, help you guys if you're in the same position of just realizing that these things happen, right? No matter how disciplined you may be, if 1% of you, you still 1% of you 1% of you still has that problem of greed, of FOMO. I mean, these things just happen, right? It shouldn't, but they happen. So yeah, I just wanted to be completely honest and transparent with what's been happening this past week, and yeah, just open up to you guys, right? Because I don't really open up to a lot of people about this, friends and not even family, right? I don't really like to keep promises or keep secrets from my parents at all, but I really just like to keep a close circle and to talk to people about this who truly know what it feels like to have losing days like this and losing weeks, and that's you guys, right? And by the way, I appreciate y'all for 1,000 subs is crazy. I started this back in October, and to have 1,000 of y'all with me on this journey, and to have encouraging, positive comments to the people to relate to these past like 8, 9, 10 months of YouTube is genuinely heartwarming, and that's why I'm opening up and posting this video, right? Because I trust you guys, and I believe that me talking to you guys and opening up and having somebody to talk to about this, and you guys maybe relating to me, we help each other, right? And so yeah, I'm just super grateful to have you guys on this journey as well. So hopefully me being honest can, further strengthen our relationship with each other, right? Because I truly see you guys as the only people who actually really know what I'm going through. Like, I hate to say this, man, but not even my parents, when I love them dearly, but not even my parents, not yet at least, know truly like what I do, right? And you guys are one of the few, very few people that genuinely know. So yeah, I just genuinely appreciate it, and yeah, so that's just been what's been kind of going on the charts specifically. But something else that I kind of want to talk about in the second half of this video is, like, I've been going, like I said, this is a shit week for me, right? Completely honest, this is a shit week for me. It's dog shit. But at the same time, I feel like I found a little bit of good in all this bad, and this little tiny bit of good is honestly, it can blossom into something beautiful, right? I feel like So as somebody who's, I feel like, fairly ambitious and confident in themselves, and somebody who knows what they want in life, who has a goal that they're working towards, a purpose that they're working towards in life. Um, and for a lot of y'all too, right? People who are aspiring to be business owners, entrepreneurs, who are aspiring to become a certain level, to achieve a certain status or achieve a certain level of financial freedom, obviously requires a lot of work, and that level of work requires an extreme level of ambitious. And for people who are ambitious people like us, I feel like you can turn these moments, right? These moments where you feel completely down, completely hopeless, right? Like the lowest of the low mentally, you can turn these moments, if you're able, right? If you're able to pass this test, if you're able to have faith in yourself and in God or whatever you believe, right? If you're able to pass this test and get through it, I think you can blossom and turn into the most beautiful things in life, right? Because I genuinely think the epitome of life is striving for something that you want, and I know this sounds cliche, but never ever, right? Never ever quitting on it. Like, you can lose every single day, but if you're able to find and remind yourself that the good that can come from it, from these lessons, I think that's the greatest thing that can happen in life, right? It's truly seeing somebody work their ass off and going through everything, hell and back, to get something that they want, and finally getting, or maybe even finally getting a taste of what it likes to feel, victorious. I think that's enough to keep you going for the rest of your life, even if you fail until you're 60, 70, 80, and that's the one thing that can keep you going, right? That's kind of what happened with me, right? I passed the account, and maybe I blew that account, but me being able to pass that account tells me that I can do it again. And I worked my ass off to pass that account, right? I worked my fucking ass off to pass that 150K account, bro. And for me to see myself do that day, like, it was crazy, right? It was insane. Like, I generally didn't think I'd be able to do it for another couple of months, and to see me be able to do that, like, tells me that I'm able to do that again. And I mean, like, now the next milestone is obviously a payout, but yeah, like I said, like, not just from trading though, like from any other side, or like not side, or business that you're trying to do, or something that you're trying to work on, startup, social media, content creation, whatever it may be, you're going to go through things that kind of drag you down, right? Not kind of, that will definitely drag you down. Like, you won't even expect it, the things. Yeah, you're going to go through struggle. You're going to go through humps on the road, bumps on the road, but you never, ever, ever truly know what it feels like until you actually go through it. And that's where I'm at right now, right? And but I generally still think that there's the good that can come out of this is it turning into, something beautiful, is me being able to pass this test, right? Because I truly believe that God is testing me. Like, he's truly testing me on he's waiting for me, and he's waiting to see whether I can handle the bad, right? Anybody can welcome the good, but can you handle the bad that comes out of it, or that comes before the good, right? If you can't even handle a part of the bad that comes before the good, why would you deserve the good, right? Why would you deserve the victories? Why would you deserve the fruition of whatever you're trying to get to? You can't even get through the bad. So if you guys are going through in any aspect of life, if you guys are going through something that's tearing you down, that's trying to hold you back from what you know you're going to become, just know that this is all a test. The only thing, because think about it, the only thing that you can do, right, if you're truly committed to this, only thing that you can do is just to keep going. There's nothing else you can do. Nothing else. You're too deep into this. You put on too much energy. You put in too much time into this. Going back is even worse than failing, honestly. So that's just the second thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. But it's just been what's going on this past week. 3 days. It's not even been a full week yet, but it's been a great a week full of lessons so far. But I generally think, coming outside like this and talking to you guys and opening up to somebody about it, I think has made me feel a little bit better too. So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna finish wrapping up this video. It's been around 9-10 minutes now. I'm gonna finish pretty soon here. I thank you guys for watching. This is kind of like, it is my journal of just talking to somebody about it. Hopefully you guys, hopefully I can talk to you to more of you guys about this if you guys are going through the same position. But other than that, nothing much else. Enjoy y'all's day. It's a beautiful day outside today, at least. God gave me another day to live and strive for my goals. So what else can I complain about? I thank you guys, and have a safe rest of your day, and God bless. I'll see you guys later.